All right, we're back. Week 12. We're going to finish this up now. Um, I'm looking at some of the old code here because I've jumped over to over here and for you guys right there a little bit. So before we just had one in the level and we're coming. So let's go back and look at the code. I have the code here. So I put some code out there for us already, but int level is our level, right? And we want it to be able to draw at the int level, 1, 1, 1, 2, and also we want it here with the int level because we want to be able to go from the x and the y coordinate. And I'm not quite 100%. So 1, let me hit a control Z there because that was messed up. Control V. So I have an int level, int level, int level. And then I jump over to my previous code, and this is int level 1 1 to int level, so it was 1 1. So I made a little boo boo here. So that's one of the really nice things about having that backup code, even though it's all commented, it's right there. You can just flip over to it, especially when you're doing a large retrofit like this. So either it's like, otherwise I would have been like, well, I think that really was 1. So anyway, so now we have this here and this here, and want to go through and just see if we can dynamically place and check the levels of the can. And so we're only dealing with can 1 here at 1, 2, 50, 50. Let's see if it even compiles. It doesn't show any errors. Should compile. Okay, let's see. Again, small changes and lots of compiles. If something doesn't work, let's go back and see what changed. Again, a whole different look and feel, but a lot more efficient screen now. Gonna say done. Gonna paint my screen. Now it's gonna come up, and where's our gas can? So our gas can is in a different location now. And it looks like we won. We finished the course. And so do we graduate to level 2? We should. Now what we're going to do is we needed to display level 2 when we got promoted. Well, we already display field. That's a real simple code. So we're going to go ahead and update that here real quick. We've got the code open so we can, it looks like the gas can worked. Now let's go back and look at the field, right? So let's go back, look at the field, click on the field icon, and there's try again. We're going to say okay to try again, and we're going to go back to our field. And all right, so now here's our field. We're going to hit spacebar. Now notice where the gas can is on field 2. So we want it down a little bit more and over here a little bit more. We want it over here in this corner, or maybe we want it in this corner or to this corner, but let's move it over here somewhere. So how about down another 50, another 70, and over another 100. So we can go right here now in our code. This is really beautiful as we begin to tweak these gas cans because we didn't really remember where we wanted the gas can for level 2. So we said 700. We really mean probably 800, 850. Let's see what 850 is. Okay, and we want 5, let's say 600. So that way that'll put it back up in that corner where we want it. It'll put it where we want it in the first field. In the first field, actually, I want it over about 1,000. Okay, and I want it right at 100. So I'm going to put up there in the corner so they have to go get it. And then I want the level to update when we graduate them. So what am I going to do? Well, I know in Let's Play Net we have the ability to convert an integer to a string, right? And send a message to a handle. So And so when we graduate somebody up a level, I'm going to show you something really totally cool here. I'm going to go where we do the actual graduation of you've won, right? So, and we know that's in check objects. So I'm going to go to check objects. So, hooray, you finished the course. Let's play again. And then we add, so right here, this is a good spot when we move the level up to the next level. Well, when did we do that? We did that in Let's Play Knit. Well, I have a copy of it over here. Okay, I'm just giving you guys some hints. So I'm going to go down to Let's Play Knit. And in the Let's Play Knit, we changed the field gauge. So we're going down to looking for Let's Play Knit. Of course, it's all greened out, and yes, it's a little bit harder to see. There's check objects, and so we're below Let's Play Knit, so we missed it. So let's go to Let's Play Knit, and that's checking Let's Play Refresh. So we convert it. Here's the code, and we send a message there, right? So I'm just going to take this code. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to jump over in our program. I'm going to say, okay, well, if we change that, then let's take the integer of int level, which int level is already an integer, so we don't need to do that. So we'll just do copy. We'll put int level here, and we'll say paste. And now we need a level, a W level, right? So we know we have to add a W level. So we'll add a W level. That's going to air off on us. And we need to find out one more thing. And this is going to, again, we're going to go ahead and set W level. Now, W level is the WKRT version of level. We have to go define that. So we're going to put W level in that field, but we need to know what the field per handle is. Well, we don't want to leave this code here. Let's just go up to where we actually draw the object and find there's a car, okay, there's a cheering, there's a field, and then all of a sudden we have H level here is where our edit is. So we're going to change that to H level, right? So we're going to go over to here. So we're going to say H level. So we're going to take int level, we're going to convert that to W level, that's not defined, and we're going to put W level at H level. Now the computer's mad at me because W level is not defined yet. Well, I'm going to grab W level because it's upset about W level not being defined. In W levels, how big? 4, because WKRT, we have to tell it the size of that, right? So we're going to just come over here and say WKRT underscore T. I'm going to say W level, and then I'm going to say it's 4. Okay, so that should push that back out there. Let's see if this works. So we're going to stop the game. And we're going to rerun the game. Again, I don't see anything red over here. So I think we're going to compile. Again, a small change. But now when we change levels, we're going to see one is a gas can where we want it. Let's see. So we're going to hit our arrow here in a second. It's going to load. It takes a second to load the field. Okay, our gas can's over here in the corner. Oh, bad mojo. That's a good place to put that. So again, we want to finish this out. Get away from the wall. And ooh, ouch. So let's just see if the level will graduate for us. Try it again. I'm not going to worry about the gas can now. I was just seeing if the gas can was doable. But you can see when we start keeping score. Oh, okay. No, again, we wanted to test the level. Hang on a second. This is one of those painful things of like, you want to be able to test. So let me focus. Focus. Alright, we'll have to test the level some more time. Make sure that displays. So let's just try that one more time. That worked. Now we're working over here to see if the level will graduate. And if it'll say let's play again. So now it says level 2. Okay, perfect. Now, here's one thing that I want you to notice right here is before I graduated to level, I didn't destroy the gas can. That gas can right here, this gas can right here, it's really not there because we just loaded a new field. There's no score there, but since we left it there and didn't destroy it, it got left behind because we never consumed that gas can. So now we have bleeding gas cans. So when we win, here, when we win down here in this is just like, well, that makes sense. When we win and when we get ready, we have to be sure we destroy the gas can before we go to the next level. And this is where we're drawing all of our objects, and this is the init. And so this is where we win. Okay, so this is where we ran out of gas. So let's go ahead and grab this line of code here. And let's go ahead and say, let's play refresh. And then we need to come down to check objects and say, oh, you won. And since you finished the course, now here's the good news. If we destroy the gas can, if we consume the gas can and we destroy the gas can again, nothing happens. Okay, but if we leave it there, it will appear there, and really we should destroy the car, but that doesn't seem to be an image because we paint a new car there, but we'll go ahead and do that anyway. Destroy H car, just to be. Well, we haven't had to do that before. Oh, we destroy the car up here, and then we destroy the gas can here. So, and we always want to destroy the gas can. And so we don't want it inside that if statement there. So we want it actually up here. But I'm going to do something here really quick while we're here. You know, so I want to do this. Destroy gas can 2. Well, it's like, well, we don't have a gas can 2. Well, how do you fix that? Well, just like this. Here's all our window handles. And Control V. H gas can 2. Okay, so now we have 2 gas cans, and you guys know where this is going because we're able to see the level advance. So, but it's good now that we have these dynamic trash cans moving us along, and now we can have multiple gas cans, and we can put the gas cans in more challenging places. Okay, so let's look at this week's assignment. Okay, so now you guys understand what we're doing with the X and Y coordinates. And so what does the mod look like? 2 gas cans, and so we want to add 1 more gas can, and as I look at adding and score, but we're 15 minutes into this game, so we want to add the second gas can first, which I've added a window handle to this, right? But I want to add the second gas can. Now, placement of the second gas can is going to be based upon whether or not this other field, gas can 3 and 4 of the level, if 3 is greater than 0, then we're just going to look at the 3. If 3 is greater than 0, then we know we have a gas can level 5. So let's see what this looks like now that we have the second window handle, if it's even physically possible to paint two gas cans on here. So let's go down to where we're actually creating a gas can. And let's go down here and see what this would look like. And hopefully, down here at the very bottom where we have our gas cans, which was right before the retrofit. So here's our put cans. So we have all this code here. Now notice here, just take this code like this. And when we go right here and say if, okay, not of, if, and then I'm going to start my condition with a round bracket, right? And I'm going to say gas can int level for the int level 3, Control C. So I'm going to say if that is greater than 0. So, and it said, I didn't cut paste at all. So gcans. So if the gcans, and if the third element, not the first element, but if the third element, right, is greater than 0, then guess what? We have a gas can. We have a second gas can. Okay, and we're going to put the code right here. Well, what code are we going to put there? Well, let's put this code. Right? You're like, well, what are we going to do with that code? Well, we're going to tweak it because we're going to put hcans2, right? And we're going to put it in location 3, 4 of that level. You with me? So we're going to 3, 4, and then for 3, okay, and for the y coordinate, which is 4, because we're going to use 3, 4 to identify the can, we're going to paint a 5. Okay? Now, so hgascan2, I just thought we created that window handle up above. It doesn't seem to like that. Oh. Did I create the window handle? hgascan2. I think we did. What does this one say? hgascan2. Well, what did we create up here for the window handle? The window handle is HO uppercase H. So compiler's always right. So we're going to hit save. So there's our second gas can. So let's do something easy for testing for us, just for fun. And let's slap another gas can on level 1. Let's go ahead and put it in the opposite corner. Okay, and let's say X is 100 and Y is 700. So we're going to put it, down in that corner. And let's just see if it shows up. Okay, so do we get 2 gas cans on level 1? And so we'll just have to finish it out. Now, the sensor code, we're going to have to look for a 4 and a 5. And if it's a 5, we have to destroy the second can. So we'll actually have to make a destroy gas can 2. Or get gas can 2. So for if the sensor is 5. So we got a little bit more work to do. So let's look at this. I hit done. This is turning out to be a little bit more than I thought. I thought this was going to be about a 10-minute lesson. So let's see if I can hit the arrow key and spacebar. Aha! It's there. But, haha, the box is there. But guess what? we never put the image there. So let's go down here and see. Again, we're cutting and pasting code, which smells of a retrofit later. But right here, oh, come on. We're just seeing if we can get this done. So we put that there and we put that there, and now we have to send an image gas can to HGasCan 2. Did you see that? We missed that one. So we're sending that image to GasCan 2, and that's why it didn't show up. And I don't even know if we need the box, the border around the gas can. That's up to you all. I'll go ahead and, but let's see what else we can see so we don't have to see what else we can. So, okay, we figured out why the image wasn't there. That looks like a good placement of the can. Put in your name, says the level. Okay, we're good. So let's see, since that's already there, we're going to go ahead and close that. And we know the value of that is 5. But let's go down here and say get can, and let's say we have a get can 2. You're like going, well, that ain't going to work because we haven't defined a function prototype on top yet. Well, we're going to do it, and then we're going to remember to go up on top. And again, this reminds me here that we have to do int level, right? Int level, because we have to destroy the can of the actual int level of 1. And so that goes here. Would have been nice if we could cut that first, but we can do a little bit of cut paste. And I messed that up above, but I think we can fix this. Int level 1. Yeah, just a little extra bar there. Right? Is it happy now? Oh, okay. Lots of extra bars here. Okay. So that fixes gas can. So let's do it here also. And again, the extra bar. But down here, we're going to be at 3. Right? Because this is gas can 2. 3. And this is 3. We're going to get rid of both of those because I got that in the buffer. And we're going to get rid of both of these because that's in the buffer. And so we have, here's the y coordinate here. So we're going to put that there, and we're going to get rid of that there and put that there, Control V, and make that a 4. So this will erase gas can 2. So there's void gas can 2, and it says 3 and 4. Now we probably could have made this one function and passed it a 1 or a 2 of which one we wanted to destroy or what we were sensing. But again, we're just doing this real quick, so we'll have to, there might be more than one way to do that. Actually, there is more than one way to do that. So let's just make sure we define the prototype on top. Copy. And then we're going to come up here. And again, there's a better way to do this. And it'd be nice if I was showing you that way. But you guys can visualize that. If you want to take a stab at it, and you're like going, well, no, I'm going to give gas can an integer parameter. And if you pass it a 4, then I know, if like get can, if you pass it a 4, then I know we're getting can 1. Otherwise, we'll just get can 2, and I'll make the code work both ways. So that's another way that's getting the can. You have more modular code, but now we have 2 cans. So now we have 2 cans on level 1. Not that you need either of them to finish the level, but there it is. And so check objects is going to be really simple. It's a real simple chunk of code. We come down to let's play init, let's play refresh, and then we come in to check objects, okay? And we want to look for the gas can. So here's the code we're going to copy, Control C. We're also going to come in here and go Control V. If it's 5, okay, we're going to get can 2. So that will get the second can. And this should work. Keyword should, okay? So the can should display now. We have possibly up to 2 cans. We can put them in really weird and inconvenient places to be a challenger to our game player. And now we're getting into a game that like fits on the screen, that doesn't take up the whole screen. We've made it a little bit smaller. Computers with a little bit smaller computer can possibly see more of the game. But let's see what happens here. Of course, default level 1. Let's see what happens here. Okay, we're going to go this way. And I'm going to get this can, and I'm going to hit the space bar, right? And that got me can 1 and can 2. And as soon as I get to that, I'm going to head to direction 2. And then right here, I'm going to head direction 3. And oh, I hit the wall. Oh well. All right. So that's the end of the gas cans. We want to talk about scoring. But really, I'm looking at the video. I've taken my hour and a half of class time. I've walked you guys through it. Scoring is something that I'll clean up the PDF. We'll deal with scoring next week. Because we're going to put a score up here. Okay? And really, if you want to build that on there, you can add a score field up here. That'll be a score in a box. We're already really good at taking integers. We already have sample code where we can take an integer, put it up there. If you finish a field, then we want to give you 500 points. And if you finish a field, we're going to give you 500 points plus whatever field you have. And then we're going to give you 100 points for every can you get. Or maybe we'll take your field, multiply it by 3 or 4 or something like that. So every can you get can be so many points. Finishing the field can be so many points. Notice I just realized our finish line is low. See, our finish line's way down here. So we need to move our finish line up a little bit. So bump that up 150. But we will be doing the score next week. Now I want to show you let me show you the finish line. We're going to move that up here. And then what I want to do is there's the cheer, there's the field, there's the window, there's the level, there's that. Okay, then I think we throw the finish line here, and then it's at 800, and we're going to pull it up 100 to 700. So let's kill the game. Show you guys that. Fine-tuning these things to get something that looks a little bit cleaner, not so sloppy, a little bit smaller, a little bit more compact. Make it easier for homeschool kids to hide from their parents when they're actually playing it and not working on it. Okay, that's a joke. Mothers and fathers. Okay. So, okay, finish line looks good. Gas cans look good. Now, the only other part that we're going to have to do is, I'm actually going to win, is that we're going to have to remember now that we've won, I didn't consume any of these trash cans, right? So, the question is, are they going to appear on the next screen? And the answer is, that one won't. And, oh, remember, we should get rid of both cans. We already wrote that code there. So we're going to say OK. And we're going to get this can that I love to hate. Hey, I did that pretty sweet. Okay. That is sweet. All right. So that's the gas cans. Again, now this one It's interesting, I get to level 3. Now, of course, if I wanted to play with the gas can in level 3, um, let's look at this. I'm going to grab this button and move it out of the way. I didn't know if you realized you could do that. And see this gas can here? It's right there in the middle of everything. I wanted to put a gas can right here, forcing people either come up here and go backwards and get it and come down here and put another gas can maybe right here, or even maybe shorten this up and put the gas can maybe inside here, that people have to come up and get it and then go over here and finish. But I think I'm going to put the gas can maybe somewhere here or here. But you guys can play with the gas cans. You know, your code will automatically handle 2 gas cans. It'll be interesting to see where you guys put the gas cans in all the levels. You can put another gas can on level 2 if you want to. And then when we get those cans, or when we die, we're going to have to make sure we go back and destroy all the gas cans on the field. Otherwise, it won't disappear when we actually consume them. But really, that's our hour and a half for class that we would normally take in a regular class. These are the modifications, kind of a different format now that we're doing all video, but that's your part B. If there's any questions, you guys can get a hold of me on GroupMe. If you send me a GroupMe handle a Skype handle, I can, we can do screen shares instead of you having to promote your code up to Dropbox. Hope there's enough room in Dropbox. You can just say, hey, I'm having a problem. I'll say, hey, I have Skype open. Let's go ahead and open up your screen. When you go to Skype and get it installed on your computer, it will tell you what your handle is, and give yourself an icon and show me what that handle is in the GroupMe, and I will get you preloaded into Skype, and then we can. I don't share my camera. It's just for me to share a screen with. I can show you what I'm doing on my side, or even if you do push your code up, I can actually show you the corrections I'm making to your code while you're watching on your side and seeing if that's solving your problem. So Skype is just another tool. We have a huge gap. I don't have Tuesday to sit with you in the classroom. So make sure you get on Skype. That's really important. And I'll put that out in GroupMe too. Make sure you get on Skype. I want to be able to share your screens. I want to be able to look in and talk about what your video game looks like and stuff like that. But here we've made the field a little bit smaller. Should be a little bit more efficient for you. Should look a little bit cleaner. Next week we'll go ahead and add a score field up here. And we're going to add a last highest 10 scores, or last 5 highest scores right here. And we're actually going to be able to play the game, put in your name, play the game. It will calculate your score, and then it'll write it out to a file out there in the computer directory and read it back in. And that'll be an array of 5 high scores of the name and the score. We'll squeeze those in there. And I think that'll be we're going to do that first as a console project next week. Getting the actual score to calculate is one thing, but then getting the list of high scores, that will be another exercise of how to maintain that list to see if you've actually achieved it and where you put that in the score list. So again, getting into all the elements of a game, multiple levels, multiple gas cans, multiple challenges, multiple objects, dynamic objects, and now a score and a highest score. And that should give you all the basic elements of a game. Don't forget, you guys can take these things and turn them into rocks, and maybe we'll throw one more field in it here next week for level 4 if I have time to build another one for you. or if you guys want to try and build a field, the XLXS file is out there also. So you guys have a good evening. This is the second video for week 12, and I will publish a PDF out there. And again, it's just tweaking it to give you guys a complete game set. So it's Win32 stuff, but it's not Minecraft, but it's what your parents call the game. Okay. All right. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. All right. Bye.